All right, we are live. What's going on? What is happening? Turn this truck off real quick. Hey, listen, this is going to be really short because I'm not going to spend too long on this. Um, since apparently I'm a voice for um, Black Americans, and you're like, oh, this guy thinks he's everything. No, 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 no. I don't think I'm everything. What I do is I put out content, and then I spend a couple of days just watching the internet. I watch to see what people are saying. I watch to see if anything I said is regurgitated, and I watch to see who's regurgitating it. Okay? So, after watching, I see a lot of black people watch me. Okay? Now, they ain't gonna reach out, obviously, but I'm on TikTok, and I didn't know TikTok was the black cheat code. I get to find out all of these content creators that are black that watch me. So, seeing as how y'all are watching, seeing as how y'all are listening to what I'm saying, you don't want to admit it, but you're watching. Okay. So let's talk about it for a second. Alexa, Alexa, pause music. Let's talk about it for a second. We're tired. Okay. We're tired. We are tired of the rage baiting. We're tired of it. We're not going to participate. It's over. Since you're waiting on some black figure, leader type to say something, you're sitting back doing stuff, waiting on reactions. I didn't ask for this, but just because black folks aren't in my comment section don't mean that they don't listen to stuff I say. Doesn't mean that they don't take things I say and apply it directly to what's going on in America, and noticing that people are copying us, and noticing the micro over the macro that I mentioned. So if black folks are going to watch me, and that's fine, y'all can watch in silence. I don't care. You got your reasons. You know, could have been some of the haters that was talking junk against me in the beginning, or you could just think I'm crazy. Crazy like a fox, apparently, though, because you watch my content. You watch it a lot. So I don't give a damn what none of you Negroes say. I know what you do. I know what you, and it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. I kind of put things together, you know, and it's real nice to say things after I say them. It makes you feel smart and makes you feel good and all that kind of stuff. But it's all good. What I want to say though to the communities in this country and other countries that are used to rage baiting us. Now, I've never been one to get rage baited. That's why I look the way I look. But I'm glad that other black folks are catching on. If you are black, take notice. They are wigging out. White folks and other folks, don't think that we don't notice you wigging out. I live in the middle of Asheville, North Carolina. Well, small town outside of Asheville, North Carolina, small sundown town. And when I say they're wigging out, y'all are doing everything. I got white folks around here, trying to walk around with a boom box, trying to regurgitate rap music out loud, trying to trigger. I got y'all out here when I go live trying to run your mouth in the background and all this kind of stuff, trying to trigger, right? All kind of weird. And that's just, in my town. Noticing online that y'all have what happened in Mississippi, where you think you can just walk into a bar and say the N word like it's 1892, and you just had a bad day with the wife, and after you got done, you know what I'm saying, giving her, the backhand and whatnot, you can just go around and just N word does get on over here. I got something to say to you, boy, and then give him the business. Go on, get no, man, that junk is over. It's done. Why do y'all think like that? What I'm realizing is it seems like these people really think that we're scared of them, and like other races are, and that they've gotten away with this much because I guess they think we're going to get lynched or something. That's not the case. We are busy building. We're doing the same thing our ancestors have always done, and you're doing the same thing your ancestors have always done. Sit back, take notes, observe, and wait to take over. We're seeing a lot of stuff now, and what's happening is and I'm gonna be the first one to say it, and I'll hear other people regurgitate it. Gen Z and the late millennials that came after us, you know, we call ourselves Zennials, the older millennials. They finally started gatekeeping. See, they were our biggest problem. They were our biggest Trojan horse. They were the ones telling y'all, oh no, it's okay to say the N word. Oh no, it's okay to just, you know, usurp our music and our and use our sounds and they were the biggest problem. They make see what they didn't realize what the older generations have already realized is you can't. I'm gonna be real, and y'all can take how you want to. You can't give these people an inch like that. I'm from North Carolina. Trust me, I know. You can't give these people an inch like that, right? I used to say it's a lack of common sense, but it's not that. It's a I'm above you. I'm gonna take this from you. I'm not gonna invent nothing. I'm just gonna take from you, and I'm gonna build a system to take from you. A system where you have to go through my system for your talent to get noticed. And once you do, now you're in my matrix and I can take apart whatever I want. Make it a trend, get a LLC or a corporation behind it and start marketing it like crazy. I don't invent nothing. I take over. You create because you're the children of God, you see the God. You have the connection to the ether. I don't have that. Hence the reason why I'm trying to build it through technology, right? Got to make sure you have the weapon or the mark of the beast in your hand. That mark of the beast allows for certain people to collect information and they can kind of build whatever reality they want to from the ideas that they're, you know, collecting from others that are actually creators. And they take these ideas and run with it. And this happens all the time. But what's happened is America, you know what I'm saying, veil has been lifted. People are able to see that you're just taking Black culture and you're marketing as American culture. You've been able to get away with it because you gaslight us. Oh, stop complaining. That was the past. Can we get past that? But you're still using the same systems to keep us oppressed. You're still using the same systems to take from us. Right? It's nonsense. Where does cat come from? You know what I'm saying? You're still using, hey, what's going on, James? What's going on? I got to get it off my chest. I'm tired of seeing it, man. I'm tired of seeing it. And whether I asked to be a Black leader figure in the Black community, I never did. But I'm going to speak my truth unapologetically. And what was once considered crazy is now considered the pioneers, like the ones who, you know, really paved the way for people really getting out here and telling it like it is. Right. So if that's going to be the case, because again, we all know that you see a lot of people online kind of talking like me, kind of using ways that I speak, and that's fine. As a Black man, I'm really figuring out how Black folks move, and I'm moving differently. Like I see what y'all going to do. Okay, y'all going to watch from a distance. You're going to try to sit back and see if I'm crazy. I see what you're doing. I feel it. Okay, it's cool. It's cool, man. I just got to give it a different perspective. I see what y'all doing. Like I just see the different kind of Black people that are kind of using my words and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, she probably thinks I'm kind of crazy. That's probably why she ain't reaching out. Yeah, that kind of Black person right there definitely is by the book religious. So I don't say Jesus enough for them. Right? You ever seen them Black people where if you don't say Jesus, they get mad? Yeah, I got a lot of those. I got some of my family. You ain't saying Jesus. Well, J didn't get invented till like the 1500s. And you ain't saying Yeshua. So what, you over here talking and praying to, Zeus, and I'm praying to God. But you mad at me. But still, they don't realize that their religion is a cult. And that's cult behavior when people don't agree with what you're agreeing with and they don't say what you want them to say and you get mad automatically. That's like cult behavior, but we ain't going, because if you ever want to see a Christian try to make you seem like you're a demon, they're going to ask you to say Jesus is Lord, right? Now again, God is the most high God, the Lord of Lords. He is no Lord, right? So you're letting this play on words fool you into giving your praise to the God of this realm. That's not the most high God. You wonder why your prayers aren't answered and why I'm over here living the way I'm living. You continue praying to Jesus, and I'm going to continue to pray to the Most High God, Yah. Okay? And if you must use the vessel that he used when he was in this realm, it would be Yeshua. The Y that's been around forever, not the J that was recently invented. But you people go ahead and marinate on that, you Christians, and understand that you're not giving your praise to the right God, the only true God, your God, your Father. You're not doing it. You out here hailing Zeus. But that's your problem, not mine, right? Don't ever try to make me say Jesus Christ, and don't never in your life try to make me seem like a demon because I won't say it. The only people I mostly see that try to make me out to a demon and say that are the people that made their own God, Jesus Christ. The YT people that made their own God. And they can call me whatever kind of demon they want to. Their ancestors did the same. But what you're not going to do is try to, oh, he ain't a man of faith. He ain't a man of God. He won't say Jesus Christ. That's not his name. You're not going to make me say that and be part of your cult. Past family members tried to do it when I was younger. I knew it didn't sound right. Didn't say it then. Ain't saying it now. You can't just say the Most High God. You can't say the Most High. You got to give it a name. And then you know the name you're giving it is wrong. At least for the black folks. I don't know. Like if you white, maybe that is your God. I don't know. That's why when y'all be talking crazy online, like, if they don't say that Jesus is Lord, no, I never said that he wasn't Lord. He just ain't the Most High God. He's not Yah. That's not his name. And you're not going to disrespect him by trying to force me to say this Zeus name. Hallelujah. Anyway, let's get back to it. We're tired. You know, we got our energy back. We got our Christ consciousness back. We're tired. We see through the veil. No more rage bait. Do you understand me? You're making it worse for yourself. It's just one thing after another. Black American, they can say African American aliens on their way. Now you over here trying to charge these black folks that, you know, handle their business in Mississippi as a hate crime. Now you're trying to make it seem like we're hating against y'all. You're playing victim in the system you set up. How does that work? Now we're doing hate crimes in the system set up against us. You are literally crying because things aren't working out the way that Lucifer told you they would. You really think you're supposed to have your foot on our neck? You think that's your job in the world? We got to make sure we keep them black. You want to have a permanent bottom class, man. So no matter how trashy y'all are, opioid filled, poor white, whatever, you can still feel better than us. And no matter how much you have tried to devalue us or make us feel less than, it don't work. I am the black kid that was in a class in North Carolina. It was just me and one black girl. And you know the reason why? It was only two of us in there. And we had to watch Roots and all this other crazy goof. I'm the one that watched y'all act one way and gossip and say crazy stuff in the classroom. And then when class was over, go to the popular black kids and talk a different kind of way. I got to see the other side of you because I wasn't rich enough. Because I went to a place where it was middle class and a few rich kids going there or whatever. I was poor. I wasn't worth your time in trying to put the mask on for. So I got to see the other side of you. I know how you people move. Okay? Not saying all. I'm just trying to tell you. I got to see you wearing your mask for certain black people that you thought was worth the time. And then around me, it was just these N-words and all this other crazy stuff that I had to fight all the time about. Right? So I've had this fatigue for a minute. But you know what I'm saying? We really do have white American fatigue. And y'all got to go find something else to do. Okay? Let me get these comments up. Y'all got to go find something else to do. We're not falling for it. All this rage bait, we're not falling for it. There's even YT people online like, black folks, have y'all heard about blah, 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 blah? I ain't heard y'all say nothing about, why are you worried about us saying anything about anything? Why we got to say something about something that ain't got nothing to do with us? Ain't got nothing to do with us. We are finally minding our business and we're not letting y'all rage bait. And what you do is you find a way into our business by making it seem like, oh, well, it's like I think what's that dude name? Metro Boomin got a new album out, a new song. And there's this white guy talking about it ain't the sound. I've mentioned this before, and I'm glad that black folks are starting to finally bring it up as well. But you heard it here first. You people just recently started socially accepting rap music. I'm 40. I remember. I grew up in North Carolina. Y'all know y'all remember your favorite line. You remember your favorite line? Oh, rap music start coming. Yo, yo, yo. You don't remember that? You don't remember that being y'all favorite line to try to gas like yo, yo, yo. Right, yo, yo, ghetto, da, 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 da. Yo, 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 every time. Yo, yo. So, but now, right, you've embraced some of this newer garbage R&B and hip hop, and now you think your opinions matter because DJ Vlad and things that we don't care what you think about hip. We care as much what you think about hip hop as much as you care about we think about country. Okay, does that put it in perspective for you? Since there's a lack of common sense here, right? Does that put it in perspective? You don't give a damn who we like as far as country artists, right? I can sit here and say I like Kane Brown. I can't remember his name, but dude from Hootie and the Blowfish. I've been listening to country since 2013. Some of y'all just now getting on the wave, but I've been listening. But you don't care about the black artists I've been watching that's been paving. You don't care. You know what I'm saying? Black, boy, I don't care what you think about no country music. Ain't no real country music. What about Blake Shelton? You know that Blake Shelton on there? You know what I'm saying? What about some George Strait? You know about no George Strait? I'm tired of y'all, man. Y'all be trying to gatekeep everything and then being all in our business and then act like that's just the way it's supposed to be. Have you not gotten an update? You keep thinking because we keep it smooth and peaceful with y'all that we don't know that we're prisoners of war. No, we're not prisoners of war. We're all equal. That system is not set up for us, especially the black man. It is not set up for us, man. You know, y'all are putting out propaganda to make our own women turn against us, and now the women do more damage than y'all have to. And then y'all get to sit back and giggle and laugh and get to drop commentary and all this and that. We just tired of it. It's done. It's over. You did too much. You did too much. It's almost like y'all have some type of, not y'all, but your government has some type of AI system set up to consistently drop negativity on us. And since we're not like letting it offend us, the system is overloading. And it's just dropping things one after another after it don't know what to do. It's used to us reacting and then kind of slowly weaving us into something else. We're not reacting, so your dumbass AI system is just kind of like just throwing stuff out there. And it ain't sticking. And it's doing it so much that we're just like, we don't care no more. You're trying to rage bait us with everything. I can't even think of all in the comment section, you guys, let me know what y'all, the list of things that you guys are hearing that these people are doing, but the African American aliens to the, you guys with your weaponized weather, I mean, to the news and the consistent, needing to have something to say about us and what we in the immigrants and migrants coming after us and knowing that it's too much. We got fatigue. We're tired. I'm so tired of it right now. I can't even remember all of the things that y'all are dropping right now. But I just know one of the most recent ones is trying to charge those black people with a hate crime. You're only doing this to get us to react. Black people, hold the line. Okay? I know you're like using my terms. Go ahead and use it. It's fine. Hold the line. All right? Like, don't react. If you need to look at anybody as a beacon or someone to look at as to how to move with this, it might seem like I'm not paying attention. That's why I'm getting on here making these little videos so you guys know I'm watching too. I'm not letting it affect me. I'm dropping my attractive man and attractive woman content on TikTok. I'm working out, hanging out with my son, going about my day. I'm not having nothing to do with this rage bait. There's something in this country. It's more of a ritual. It's like, it's not so much racism, like the hanging and stuff. These were rituals, that they were doing all the way back in biblical times, you know what I'm saying, around Yeshua time, ritualistically hanging the children of God. There's something in this country, since this is our land, that part of their veil, is not only like taking stuff from you, but flipping it around and, you know, destiny swapping. And then what they do, I'm trying to put this in best words I can. They stack these fake realities on top of you, so you never can really see what's going on. Fake realities of work, bills, taxes. You know what I'm saying? Social media. You know, whatever they decide to get going in the government, all these distractions. This is part of their veil, right? This is how the devil moves. I'm just sitting here watching this crap. I'm not calling them the devil. I'm just saying, like, he likes to hide in plain sight. Like it's like I'm just watching the stuff that they do. Like the ego of this thing. Like the ego of this thing, it needs for you to know that it's doing it, but then it hides itself in plain sight behind these different veils and illusions of crap that is really just made up. State lines, all this stuff, really just made up stuff. You know what I'm saying? Made up stuff to just cause a bunch of confusion. And that's when people are like, what is a spell? And that's the spell. That's witchcraft. The taking your identity to indoctrinating you when you had segregated schools and you were able to teach, you know what I'm saying, us about, you know, real history, then desegregate and then making us go to their schools to indoctrinate the newer generations to forget about what used to happen, right? Because they cut the newer generations out from the older generations and then let the truth die. And then just keep feeding you this nonsense, this his story, these CGI images of planets and things. Oh, he's a flat earther. I knew it. Oh, I never said that completely. I go off the Bible. I don't trust these people. You'll sit here and listen to what they tell you about one thing, and then you'll be like, oh, no, I can't trust them about the other. I don't trust them about nothing. How about that? I don't trust nothing they say. Nothing. I'm gonna go off a book that was made before they were able to get in power. I'm not going off of what they say. You ain't never seen no doggone image of no doggone planet or nothing. What you talking about? Doggone astronaut in his suit almost drowned like the other week or something like that. How you drowning in a vacuum of space? You in a tank somewhere. You ain't fooling nobody. All this goofy stuff they do. See, this is the problem when you get the glasses, like Dick Gregory said, man, once they're on, you see everything. You be like, man, fuck all this shit. Man, I'm just, all this dating, gender war stuff, everybody thinking they so good, too good for each other. All this dumb crap was built by social media. When you go outside in the real world, black women do not greet you like that. Black men don't be greeting black women like that. And we ain't arguing and bickering like online. This fake reality, these different veils, I'm just, we're over it, man. It's just like, why is everybody concerned about what we think about something? Why is it just trigger bait after trigger bait? It's a spiritual thing. It's some type of ritual to keep us under, you know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, bro, like, you got to think about how would you trap a god? Like, how would you do it? You know, you have to trick him out of thinking or knowing who he is, who he or she is. It's the only way to do it. And then the levels of nonsense that they build on top of us, bro, like all this crap that, you know, they built this system and it's hard for you. Yeah, they built credit. And I'm not going to say that I'm not going to say this is the truth. I personally feel like they built credit just to discriminate against people being able to get homes so that they can't, you know, just go out for cash and things of that nature. They actually have the income. No, they built a system where they get to dictate who gets to buy things based off of whatever matrix, you know what I'm saying? But we know what it really is. Just finding different ways to make sure when you have a system set up to give you an alley-oop on everything and you still can't, you know what I mean, advance because you don't create nothing. The real creators, you're putting your foot on their neck. Wait, and while you have your foot on our neck, while we're inventing things from struggle, you still take it. And you make it American culture. Like, we're just tired of it, man. We're tired of it. We want y'all to just bring some good old, you know what I mean, old-fashioned white American culture back. You know what I'm saying? Blink 182. What are the other bands used to be out back then? Y'all had some good culture with those bands, bro. We used to watch MTV, black folks included. We used to watch that pop rock, whatever that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You guys, Blink 182 and I just can't even remember or think, about the rest of them. You guys know what I'm talking about. Y'all have some culture, man. Why don't y'all just lean more into that? You Zennials out here just trying to find rap, and then y'all be out here trying to dress in street gear and I'll try to be looking more tough towards me. Like, I don't know where you got that cosplay from. But you don't know where you got the cosplay from because you think that it's American culture because you are the social media generation and you don't really realize where American culture really comes from. Anything that's swagged or dripped out, and if it's anything swagged or dripped out or full of riz, that's Black American Aboriginal culture. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't something white picket fence and country music to drinking milk, I don't know what you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you? Why would you think that what you're wearing is something that came from your group, or is it just to the point where it's like, well, we just know that we usurp power from you guys, so that's just kind of what we do. We don't care. It's just disrespectful. It's disrespectful. I had some young Gen Zer at Taco Bell, talking with so much black scent, and it irritated me. It irritated him. He felt like the way to sound tough to me was to have a black accent. You know what I'm saying? With and I'm looking at this dude, and I'm like, man, you don't even know where this type of personality that you're trying to give me right now came from, and it was all because I asked him for uh some hot sauce or something, right? And he was like, "Oh, you didn't ask at the window, man." Like, he said something like you should have asked at the window. That way you could have paid for it or something. Like, well, I said, well, how much it costs? I'll pay for it now. Hey, appreciate it, fam. Appreciate it. Like, how much it costs? And he was like, man, hey, don't worry about it. I'm like, you little dude, what's wrong with y'all, man? Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, it's gotten to the point where we just can't take it no more. I'm just gonna be real. Like, you're just doing too much. See, I'm on the micro or the macro, right? Where content creators and stuff like that are stealing from me like it's just a thing to do. Don't have any respect for me because, I'm getting it out the mud and I ain't got nobody backing me or nothing like that. But that's what black folks in general go through regularly, right? So when I get on here talking about that's what black folks, we have to watch you take from us, and we have no systems in place to defend ourselves other than us just saying it with our words like, hey, y'all, blah, blah, blah. And then y'all gaslight us and make it seem like we're complaining and we're lazy, but we build and create everything, but we're lazy. You don't make no sense. You don't make no sense. The gig is up. You got systems in place to be able to repost and push the narrative, and we don't. These are bully systems. And then turn around and tell us that we're complaining too much and we're lazy. You're projecting on us your nonsense. That's you. That's you. You can take your ass out in the sun and put a full day's work in if you wanted to. I don't want to hear it. You get online and you brag about not washing your legs and your feet. Right? You're talking about lazy. That is lazy. You too good to wash your ass, your fucking feet, and your legs? You think that makes sense that the soap runs down and that's washing. Bro, that's why when y'all get wet, that smell comes out. That's where that smell comes from. A few days without washing, let some water hit your ass. You're going to smell that way too. Look, I'm just putting stuff out there. I'm just letting you guys know, like, where the frustration level is. Also letting you know you're not perfect. All this stuff that y'all keep trying to project onto us, I'm telling you from the black Americans' perspective how little we give a shit about what you think about us. Every other race is worried about that. I'm trying to tell you, how my personality is unbothered? That's just a black American thing, period. Okay? And I hope that we start making it a thing. We're unbothered, right? We always are unbothered with your shenanigans. We're unbothered with the shame you try to project on us from slavery. We flip everything and make it dope, make it cool, make it fly. Because we, at the end of the day, we have a connection with the Most High God. There's nothing you humans can do to shame me out of my place. There's nothing you humans can say to make me feel shame or whatever. I mean, that you do to us and my people, and that we overcome. We don't care. We don't care. It might break other races, and it don't break us. How you view us. Let me go ahead and just apply this to all black people, like I should have been doing in the first place. How you view us is none of our business. Do you understand? How you view black American people, and that's for any of you races. How you view us is none of our business. And we're not going to let you make it our business. Do you hear me? We're not going to let you make it our business. You can put it on every social media platform. You can get every Caucasian male that has a big following to try to gaslight us. We don't care what you think. We don't care what you say. You've been using these systems for far too long. And our ancestors and our elders and our parents didn't have the mechanism to fight back. So they had an alley-oop to us so that we can do what we need to do. Like my mother, my father being a Sagittarius, he's an adventurer, always try to get to your dreams. And my mom was all about read this out loud. You need to make sure you are well spoken. You are going to be speaking to nations, speaking life into me and making sure that I'm the right kind of way to move like I'm doing now. Look, I don't care what you think. I know my people don't either. We don't care what kind of moral rage, but wherever you drop, because it's going to get worse, right? It's going to get worse. So, real quick, it's already going on 30 minutes. I'm going to do 40 minutes on this. The rage bait's going to get worse. They might start, doing some KKK stuff. They might have a couple shootings, you guys. I'm seeing some kind of police foot on neck, something going on soon. They're going to do whatever it takes to suppress your vibration so you'll stop collectively raising the vibe. You got to understand what's going on here. Raising the vibration the same way the vibration is being raised through Mother Nature and the sun. And if we are doing it, we're changing stuff. And the only way to stop us from changing stuff is to put them chains and those veils back in front of us of things to worry about that are nonsensical and we have no control of. So we're not going to do that. Hold the line. I don't care if they're peeling skin off a so-called black person. What we're seeing online, we got to get some boots on ground in that area to see if it actually happened that way and also see if it happened recently. You got to remember, they're in cahoots, powers that be, the government and these systems, they all work with the AI system or however this supercomputer system they have. If things aren't, going their way, they can pull up old videos to rage bait us into whatever, something that happened 2, 3, 4 months ago or a year ago, bring it back up, push it throughout the entire system on the algorithms and make it seem like it's something recent. Get us all worked up just to find out it happened months to a year ago. We don't stop. Just stop. Let them run their systems, programs, let them get online. Well, black folks, well, why aren't you responding? It don't matter. Hold the line, keep your business to yourself. Don't let other people's perspective or assumptions or constructive criticisms, whatever, affect you and be any of your business. It doesn't matter what they think. Doesn't matter. Who cares? You know as well as I do, we don't care about what they have going on. We really don't. We be really worried about what other black folks have. We just don't. We kind of be having our own little thing going on all the time. And it bothers them that we don't care about what they think. It bothers them because we're supposed to be, they're supposed to be important enough in our lives. We don't care. We never have. Black folks always be in our own little world doing our own thing. We don't be worried about what y'all doing around us. That's why it's so entertaining, I guess, to watch us. We don't care. You're supposed to watch us. We're the gods. We know that instinctively. We know that instinctively. I don't care what kind of psyops you put on us and indoctrinations. The blood is still there. The connection to source is still there. Once things, age of Aquarius, things move around like they're supposed to. Divine time is going to kick into place. We're going to remember, and it's going to be over. All this y'all did, what you should be mad about is all the work you've done. Chemtrail in the skies, destroying the water, the soil, mining everything, digging up our ancestors, eating them, eating us during slavery. All the stuff you did to usurp power, knowing about our technologies from back in the past, right, before y'all took over, being able to use these weapons, like probably the sky laser y'all have going on, you know what I mean? But we don't get into that, right? Being able to use these weapons, but not really being able to know how they're used because you are not able to tap in, right? Because you don't have a connection to this stuff because it wasn't built by you or your people. And instead of giving it to its original owner so we can see how it really works and get, what I'm saying? Y'all want to hoard it and think that you know everything. But the knowledge that made those weapons and the different things that our ancestors had that you took over is still in us. It's still part of the ether that we can tap into, which probably scares you. But it is what it is. You see us creating all the time. You see that we can pull things right out the ether easily. And what I'm guessing, because I'm not you, it must be hard to do that if you're anyone else. Boo-hoo. So sad. Too bad. Poor baby. Ain't got nothing to do with us. So I'm going to get off of here. I don't want to run this too long. You guys hold the line, right? You're starting to be able to see who can create and who just takes. You're starting to see who creates and who takes. And the more you go down this rabbit hole, the more you're going to see what celebrities do. You're going to see the celebrity destiny swapping. You're going to see, because it's, the micro and the macro type stuff, because people, it's in American nature, and it's taught, and it's the way they go about doing things. Take from the little guy, destiny swap, scold the internet on a regular basis looking for talent. You got the platform, take that person's talent or imitate it, and then act like you as a rapper, singer, comedian, or these new influencers that are running around trying to act like fools, but they're really not, trying to look like fools, but they're really not, right? They playing in y'all face. All these dudes, man, to be out here, and I ain't got no problem against nobody. I'm not talking on nobody's hustle. Please don't take it as such. But all this and all these other guys out here, these niggas are really just playing fools because they know that it takes playing a fool to get noticed, but they're really not foolish people. They're very much so spiritual. Whenever they stop playing that character, you can see how intelligent they really are. And my problem is, I don't like people that move like that. Be who you are. Let everybody know that you're intelligent from the beginning. Don't wait till you build a platform and then I can't trust you like that, bro. I can't trust you like that. That means you've always had knowledge like this, and you're playing everybody like a fool to get where you needed to go. And you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You use the system to get where you're at, sow your soul, and now you're trying to drop wisdom, bro. Like, you should have been doing that from the gate. And you don't need to act like a fool to do it. You don't need to. We need representation of elite. You know what I'm saying? Like black excellence. If you have wisdom, or you're spiritually inclined, or you're smart, don't play a fool online just to get where you need to go, because the system needs to see you be that. You still got young people and people that look up to you. We still see that you played a fool to get where you're at. Give a damn about whatever wisdom. Do the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Stand up straight. Talk like you have some sense the entire time. You know what I mean? Be a black man. Right? And then take whatever comes with that, man. Don't use the system knowing that they want us to look like clowns and whatnot. Use that to get where you're going. All of a sudden you drop in wisdom, bro. Nah, we gotta set the bar hard in that, man. Because you don't know where does the hustle stop, right? But where does the hustle stop? How do you know he ain't playing? You got to remember there's a difference between black people. I'm not calling none of these people this. Black people and ninjas. And ninjas always think they're hustling somebody. They always think. See, a ninja wants to do as little as possible and get the most reward so he can go back to his other ninjas and say, look at how I'm hustling them. Look at how dumb they are. That's how a ninja thinks. Black people don't think like that. We don't want to see the rest of our people fooled and playing smoke and mirror games. And no, we want to see us all reach Black excellence. We want to live by example, meaning that we want others and other groups to look and be like, that's a Black man over there. Well spoken, takes care of himself, takes care of his family. Even though people don't agree with what he says, why would I care? You can visualize me being the one person in the room without my shirt on against a million people telling them that they're wrong. Visualize me being that person with a smile on my face. I don't want to go along to get along. I don't think any of our figures of history that were divine ever went along or go along to get along and went along with whatever the government or Pharaoh or whatever had in place. I don't think that they did that, but you do it. You do it. I'm not concerned. I know if I'm going against the masses, then I'm definitely headed in the right direction. That I'm serving God the right kind of way. Looked at me, laughed at me. Now look at me being the leader of all of you. You come to me now to find your guidance. Hail. Hail. So again, just to sum this all up, Black people have rage bait fatigue. We have rage bait fatigue. We see that all of you different groups are waiting on us to react. For some reason, it takes us and our name in your mouth for your videos to go viral. We don't care no more. We're going to take that energy that you're trying to take from us and destiny swap, and we're going to use it ourselves. If it takes you speaking about us and speaking to us to go viral, well, how about we just speak to ourselves? How about we just take our talent and make our own money and get our own views without giving them away to you? Y'all running a whole DJ Vlad scam here. And if you know who DJ Vlad is, go check and see how all these rappers go to this fool and this Jewish guy sits there and asks him a bunch of interrogation questions, and these idiots just, what I'm saying, trying to show us being fools to people and taking a knee to somebody has nothing to do with hip hop. You know what I mean? Nasty work. Nasty work. And then be mad that we don't care about none of your systems. You've done everything to break us. I'm telling you, like, just growing up as a kid, I knew something went right. I'm like, why am I the only Black dude in here? And all these kids said, why are they playing this movie Roots? I'm the only Black kid in here. Why are they playing this movie Roots? Who is this nigga? What was this a real story? I was asking questions like this. Is this a real story? Oh no, it's just a fictation of what happened. So does that one of the worst case scenarios? Could there have been other slaves that didn't go through this? Could there have been people that weren't enslaved? I'm asking questions. Listen, I can tell when somebody, God put that spirit on me. I realized this recently, where all my life I could tell bullshit. Preacher with a gold tooth, and y'all that grew up with me, you know who this preacher is. All I remember when I was like 8 or 9, she was cussing, spitting while she was talking. Y'all ain't paying your tithes. You're not paying. You're gonna go to hell. I was like, I'm 7. How am I going to hell? I ain't done nothing. Man, I gave my dad the business on the way home. My dad was so proud of me. He was like, boy, you ain't gonna go to church no more. I was asking too many questions. You ain't gotta go to church no more. Why is this gold-tooth lady trying to get us to pay her bills? I was saying all kind of stuff. I remember that vividly. She was spitting when she was talking. I was so mad at her in the pulpit. I'm like, what did you? I was mad. I was remember being mad. You know, I mean, I ain't paying this woman because my dad's give us money to, you know what I mean? But she was talking to everybody in there. It's crazy, man. That's crazy. But again, let me get back to the story. You know what I'm saying? We're tired. It's over. We don't care what you think. We don't care what you have going on. We don't care how you feel about whatever we're doing. It's over. It's over. I'm going to tell you right now, you could have a Klan march right down this main road in front of my house. I'm going to go live right beside you. You ain't going to do nothing. You ain't going to do nothing. Nothing. Not unless you want a whole race war. Now, you can run your mouths all you want to. Don't touch us. Don't touch us. Okay? Now, you ain't got no problems. We just talking all now. But put your hands on us. Also, we ain't Gen Z. The N-word is off limits. It always has been that way with me. The N-word is off limits. Don't tell me to get over shit. Don't tell me nothing about nothing. Those have always been fighting words, especially people from the South. I don't care whether you consider the Carolinas the South or not. Kind of dumb anyway. It's kind of the original. Anyway, N-word off limits. You say it, there's going to be a reckoning. And that's the way it should have always been. But, you know, newer generation, more indoctrination. Oh, everyone, oh, no one should say it. If, oh, then why don't, shut the hell up. Your soft-ass ways, the reason why we at the place we at now, because most of the people talking junk are younger millennials and Gen Zers. So, you know, y'all the reason why these people are so bold, big, bold, and bad. You being lenient. Yeah, these single mother-raised dudes, the ones that be calling women queens, these are the same dudes that be like, man, it's just a word, let them say it. Punk-ass, soft-asses did that stuff because you wanted to get along with that group. You wanted to feel special because the generations before you held the line. And y'all always trying to rebel and seem cooler than, you ain't seeming cooler than nothing. Now the older generations out here having to, you know, reestablish some law and order because your punk ass fucking spaghetti back ass is letting everybody do whatever, take whatever they want from your culture, and then you sit back and not do or say nothing. Maybe make a video about it. Ain't doing nothing. Not going against all these Gen Zers, and some of y'all are holding it down, but for the most part, y'all know what I'm talking about. All this limp, noodle back behavior where y'all are asking, why are we still getting upset about this? And you gave him ammunition, but you knew what you was doing anyway for the algorithm, so I ain't got no sympathy for you, okay? I ain't got no, you people, the reason why we were at right now, like, these people are doing too much. They're going to pay what they got to pay for it. And what we need to do is mind our business. We need to mind our business. Oh, man, it's 1 o'clock. Hey, but I'm about to head out. I need some food, y'all, so I'm going to head up out of here. But, yeah, we're minding our business, okay? We're done. It's over. No rage bait, okay? We're not doing it. Post whatever you want to. We know you're going to take it even further. I don't know what these aliens, what y'all going to do with that, but we don't believe it, okay? Blue beam is popping up everywhere, and it's mostly black videos. We are not going to believe it, okay? So I don't know what y'all are going to do. We didn't know that your systems were built on keeping us in a constant state of fear to lower our vibration, which in my opinion makes me believe that y'all could never take us all out anyway. You must know if you did, then you would get the karma back for whatever you've done so far. See, you think universal law is going to save you because you keep telling us what you're doing. It don't work like that, bro. It just builds and it stacks. And eventually the dam's going to bust. Y'all completely have karma wrong. You keep thinking universal law is going to save you. Oh, no, you're telling us, but you're showing us what you're doing, but you're not giving any context. You're not giving it any context, so we don't know what we're seeing. How in the world are you going to get out of karma when the people don't know what they're seeing? You don't put too much confusion out there. You're still going to get karma. It's just going to build up until the levee breaks, until the people you're fooling realize you've been fooling them. Now, all that built up, see, you don't know how karma works. You do this real dumb shit. You have, it seems like y'all have a very rudimentary, very, very fragmented understanding of how the world works and things of that nature. And you're going off of what you've seen from our ancestors, but you can't be tapped in. You wouldn't do what you're doing if you were tapped in. So we can tell you're not tapped in. You're finding different ways to try to tap in, but you're not. That's why you do all this dumb stuff that you're doing. Oh, well, if we use universal law and we're showing them what we're doing, hey, basically we'll get away with it because what we're showing them, we're not lying to them. We don't know what we're seeing. When you tell us and you show us, you're not giving it context. So you're still lying. You're still fooling, and you've built up centuries of this. You've been trying to play in see, Satan tried to play in God's face, right? Always trying to fool someone, and his dumbass thought that, universal law worked as well. Look where he ended up. The hell you think this is? You don't think God can tell, and you think that you can some kind of way, dodge the karma that you've built up from the horrendous acts you've done by telling people in a way that you're not really telling them. You have the information available to us. We don't know where to go look for that. You're doing all this symbolism and different things of that nature. A lot of symbolism. We don't know what it's about, though. Like, we don't have context. So we're piecing it together, of course. We're piecing it together, figuring it out. But you think you're going to escape karma because, you've shown us, but you didn't really show us. How's that working out for you? It's all hitting you like a dam that broke right now. Like a flood, just like all at once. Right? And you don't know what to do with it, and y'all are wigging out everywhere. You're getting karma, man. Like what do y'all think this is? Like, you're getting karma. The veil's been lifted. You're not looked at as being this, ultra, superior, blah, 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 blah. You're just looking like a bunch of charlatans that steal everything. Like, the veil is being lifted. You're given free land. You know what I'm saying? This land has deeds. You owe people what, your fake history. You just, karma is catching up with you. And we ain't really contribute to this mess that you made. So in order for us not to get none of what you're getting, we have to step away from it. That's how y'all been getting out of some of that karma, though. Keeping us intertwined with y'all with your stupid ass nonsense so God can't give his wrath to you. Like, that's what you really be doing. Try to make sure that we're intertwined with you, because this, like with my ex, God couldn't give her no wrath while I was with her, right? So he had to do something over the top crazy, so I dump her, and then she got nothing but the business after that. Completely different person, would have never even thought me and her would have ever been together, right? Like, that's what happens, right? So the veil has been lifted. It's over. You guys are not going to be able to. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna start making videos on my Thailand channel about this, like on my King David Chosen YouTube channel. Spiritual stuff. This is spiritual, right? All these different police officers, neon neck, hangings, all these different going in and just the club type stuff. You know what I'm saying? With these kids and whatnot. In my opinion, these are more ritualistic type of fear tactics to keep your vibration low. And you know what I'm saying? It's just, think about it like this. Low vibration just means you're upset and you're cloudy minded. You can't see what's in front of you. Okay. And when you're no longer allowing these different consistent stressors to get to you, and you found your peace with God, right? You're able to see it, right? So you're higher, you're higher above the drama. So whatever you manifest is going to be high vibrational. 111, definitely time to get off of here. And if you're constantly in fear of what might happen and all this crap that they're always feeding you, it lowers your vibration. So what would you manifest? You manifest negativity. You probably manifest whatever they're trying to show you that you need to be scared of. And now that we're not participating, the alien ship's going to fall flat. The scare tactics of trying to show us getting shot up or victimized, it's not going to work. We know it's coming. We're preparing ourselves for it now. Okay. What we're going to do is continue to mind our business and not really give y'all any reasons to try to start stuff. But we know you're going to start using your agents, right? You think all black folks look alike. This is a good reason why we're delineating. So if you go ahead and you bring some black person out here doing something stupid to start something, we're going to look into their history, and we're going to see if they're foundationally black Americans, or there's some freaking tether that you're using to stir the pot so you can get what you want. Find a way to get us scared, worried, so you can go back to manifesting your best reality, but hell on earth for us. We're not doing that. See, if you people could manifest the reality that you wanted without us, we wouldn't be here. So enough to know that the people of the land have to be on the land, probably so the land don't go under, or God decided to destroy all of it. So we have to stick around. God's not going to, destroy his kids like that, right? And you won't get no karma for it. This is how you thinking the universal law work. Man, look, didn't work out like that. Too sad. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's over. It's over. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I ate this food. I'm procrastinating. I gotta work out, man. I'm really trying to avoid that. But we're not gonna fall for it. Black folks watch me, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? So my message will get out there, and you're gonna see more black folks holding the line. They're not gonna entertain you. And the reason why they're gonna listen to me is like I was saying in the beginning of the video. A lot of black folks don't reach out to me because they still think I'm kind of crazy, right? But you always come off crazy when you're a pioneer. But they're listening to the stuff that I'm saying that they feel like matters. They're listening to it. They're coming back to listen to more. Okay? They're just like kind of just sitting back, I guess. I don't know what reason they're doing it for. Black people do what black people do. I'm just saying, like, they listen, they come over here, they get notes, they go back, they take it to their platforms. They're still content creators at the end of the day, and content creators have ego. Like, a lot of content creators have ego. So if they have bigger platforms than me, where I'm saying better message than them or their friends, they're just not going to do it. And they know I'll never reach out to no content creator. You people have no kind of authority over me. I don't look up to none of you. You know what I'm saying? Your clout, your positions, it means nothing. So we're going to always be at this standstill where they're probably not going to ever approach, because I would never approach them. But for some reason, they watch me all the time. Right. So I don't need to have people tell me I'm a leader, and I'm a leader regardless. I'm a leader without you telling me. I'm a leader without you acknowledging it. You come over here and you get your leadership from me. It ain't my fault that your ego is in place. Right. So no matter what you guys say on your channels that support me or whatever, if I ain't seen you in my comment section, I think you're kind of full of shit. But, you know, as long as the message gets out, you know, because you be talking about black unity, but you ain't giving no acknowledgement to the person that you heard that message from. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. But I appreciate you guys spreading the message out. But just like, again, I'm not playing a fool for nobody, not black people and not no other race. Okay? Come over all you want to. You ain't said nothing to me. You just taking information and running around with it. Now, I appreciate the information getting out, because I like seeing my people, you know, stepping away, so that way that we can collectively take our energy back and they can't manifest this nightmare we have going on. But not nan time do I not see my words coming out y'all lips, and ain't none of y'all reached out to me. So again, drop as many videos you want to about self-sabotage and messing up your own blessings. I'm not reaching out to nobody that I don't get nothing from, who are always looking at my content and getting ideas. Why the hell would I sell myself short like that? I don't go to you people for ideas. I see my words on your mouths. I don't get nothing from you. And I don't need your platform to make it. Maybe to get a quick jump start or whatever, but that wouldn't be an organic, you know what I'm saying, grassroots base. So I don't know if they would stick around for me anyway. So you think that this guy talks too much. See, if he wouldn't talk so much, then I would reach out. No, you wouldn't reach out ever for somebody like me. You can tell yourself that, but you really would never reach out to me. My personality triggers you too much. I love my people, but we got a lot of growing to do. We got a lot of growing to do. Whatever you've come up with to decide that it justifies you taking content or ideas from me, but not reaching out, you're wrong. And you know you're wrong because you never reach out to me and tell me how I would do this, but you just, you know, I put you in your place. You be running back with your tail tucked between your legs, having nightmares. Right? So yeah, I'm gonna get on to these other races of people, but I'm gonna get on to you as well. You're gonna look at me as a black leader, you know, without acknowledgement, right? Not really looking at me as a leader. I drop leader knowledge, and you just don't like the person. So you want to take the knowledge and run with it and make it. Yeah, I get it. But again, I'm not going to stop dropping knowledge. I'm not going to stop growing. And I'm just telling it like it is. Whoever decides to think that I'm a punk, let's just put it like that. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. I'm not here for you to steal ideas from. I'm not here to give you anything. I'm not here to make you feel better and you ain't doing nothing for me. I am over here an island, coming up with stuff, doing what I do, and taking notes. And I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm using everything as fuel. Everything. I'm using you people, supposedly my people, taking words, running with it, not saying nothing to me. And I'm using these crazy people out here going against us all together. I have an endless supply of energy, man. Right? As much as I love my people, y'all still got some growth to do too. So I get to use your negative ass energy too. Every time I see y'all using my words, like you TikTokers and stuff, and I see y'all using my words, whatever. Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing to you, but you definitely go into the energetic spank bank, man. Like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and build something off this loser. Like, okay, my words sound nice, but the person that it came from, you don't too much care for. Oh, okay. Taking notes. I love my people and I'm doing the best I can, but I'm not playing a fool for nobody. I don't give a damn what you say about stuff. You got to remember, God blesses those that give gratitude and give credit where credit is due. That's always been my message, and that's always going to be my message. We can talk about it from perspective of our people getting things stolen from us. Or we can talk about it from perspective of my people stealing shit from me, right? But either way it goes, giving credit where credit is due is the overall message. Screwing over people to get views or clout, or you don't think that they're worthy of the knowledge that God gives them, you show who you are. And just because I'm a very calm man, I have a raging fire in me. And what I've learned is, I don't scare people, is I learned to make sure you can't see it for the most part. But when you use my words, I want you to understand what I'm saying to you real quick. When you use my words and you think you're clever enough to think that you concealed it and veiled it, no, you didn't. And I take note of your black face. I take note. You will never be able to be around me. You will never be able to approach me. I will never forget your face. Now, go make some videos talking about how you're going to block your blessings by being vindictive. Say whatever you need to, but don't mention the fact that you come to my channel, steal my ideas, get blessings from me, and don't try to bless me back. Don't forget that part while you're making your goofy ass counter content. Blocking your blessings out. Yeah, while you steal from somebody. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Because I'm not getting no karma for it. You can try to project it. I'm not getting nothing for it. You're stealing from me. I treat you how I want to treat you. You're stealing from me. You people done gotten the wrong idea about the internet. Oh, it's just an open source of information for everybody to steal from everybody. It's not what it is. Not for everybody. Some of us post our art. Some of us trying to get messages out here. Again, I'm going to put out what I want to put out. I want y'all to keep the same energy that you have. I have no problem with giving great information for the Black community to disseminate and to project outwardly. But I'm going to tell you about yourselves as well. I'm going to tell you about yourselves as well. You still got some work to do. You're still in your egos. You're over here. Yeah, I hear you talking and saying my words, and Black folks, and we do this and we manifest and we're guys. You ain't going to get nothing as a Black person if you ain't doing the right thing as a Black person either. You're not going to get nothing. You're not going to have no glowy skin. You're not going to age in reverse. You're not going to get no divine wisdom because your ego is crazy. Your ego is crazy. You're regurgitating something from a person that you claim you have no respect for. What does that say about you? I don't watch none of you people. You pop up in my algorithm, I see your video, I hit the like or whatever because I'm not a dick. I know it's a business, right? But I want nothing to do with you people. You don't regurgitate my words. Don't give me no credit. Don't jump my comment section. Don't follow. Don't do none of that. But regurgitate my words. Like I'm teaching some of you people how to speak. I'm just gonna be real. Y'all say so many different things that I say. I'm literally teaching y'all how to speak, and you don't give no credit or credit is due. Oh, this guy's out here looking for validation. If I was looking for validation, then I'd be going around worried about what y'all think. No, I want you to stop watching my content and stealing from me. That's what I want you to do. You can say whatever you want to say to make yourself feel better. But if you ever bring that to me, I'm going to tell you what I just told you. I don't give a damn about validation from you people. As a matter of fact, I go my own way. I mind my own business. I want nothing to do with you, right? Right? I'm an island to myself. But you people keep coming over here because everything sounds so smooth and eloquent, right? Regal, charisma. You're learning personality traits from me, simultaneously learning how to speak and articulate yourself while simultaneously basking in your fucking ego. Just basking in it. Now, I'm going to tell you this real quick before I go. I don't expect much different out of males, but I'm going to be real. The females, y'all females that do it, that's a whole nother thing. That's what frustrates me. A male, listen to me. His mindset, if he's in his lower self, is to conquer, steal, whatever needs to be done. I know how males are. I am a man. I've been a male before. But to see you females stealing my words, not even getting in my comment section and humbling yourself and saying thanks for the message or nothing, not follow me on TikTok or nothing, and you think you're concealing yourself. If I can see through the veil that the government has put over us, you think your simple-minded ass that's learning from me can hide my words that you're saying out your mouth? You think I can't tell where you got it from? The way you speak, words you never said before until after I started saying them, started looking stuff up. What does conflate mean? Man, I watched y'all content, never was even a word in your lexicon before. You think that you, see a lot of, especially women, the guys you find attractive, you start speaking like them because you look up to them. You watch them a lot. And then you think those guys are dumb and can't see that you're regurgitating things that you watched from them. Or you just don't care. But then you get online and be like, why won't these good men talk to me? Because the pretty black women I see online are stealing words out of my mouth, are coming over here and taking things from me and not giving credit or even hitting a like or putting a heart in or nothing like that. Why don't you go steal from somebody else? Go steal from a woman. Go steal from a woman. Why are y'all trying to sound profound like black male leaders? This is why dudes are calling you masculine, because you're regurgitating words that you're hearing from a masculine man. That's why you don't sound like a woman. Man, I'm done. The hell am I supposed to do with y'all, man? You know what I mean? What you do to black women? Yeah, y'all taking words out of my mouth. Then still talking tough and talking, acting tough. And what am I going to do with that? What am I going to do? Be your sucker? Get around you and you take every word out of my mouth and how I speak and I don't, man, please. Y'all got to, man, we got to get it together, man. That's all that I want to say. I ain't one of these pandering dudes that be online. Just, being real. You know y'all are coming over here and getting my words. You're not giving no credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these ideas y'all are getting, man, you know where you're getting them from. Again, it's all fine and dandy. Hey, listen, I'm speaking for all black men. It's all fine and dandy. Please stop asking us where we at. Please stop asking us why we're not dating y'all. Please stop getting online talking about how pretty you are and these dudes are intimidated by you. It's not none of that. We don't need no copycat and cosplayer that's going to sit here and take everything. That's why when I hear women that I find attractive online saying, I just want a man that I can pick his brain. Why would a dude want you to pick his brain? Do you listen to the stuff you say before you say them? Why would I want to feel like I'm at a job and you're picking my brain to get as much knowledge as you can before you leave? Because you obviously must be planning on leaving. What's the right? See, again, you know, y'all got some healing to do, man. We got some healing to do. You know, and again, women, ladies, say what y'all want to say. Black men love you. We love you. Say what you want to say. But please stop asking us where we at. Please stop getting online acting like you got an attitude about why won't the decent looking and driven black men want me, because you have too much attitude. You watch too much of what we do and you weaponize the internet. A lot of stuff y'all say online is directly countering things that men like me say. Like when you get online and you know you find me attractive, let's call it out. And y'all start saying stuff like, I don't get these guys that have a problem with a woman that's a little bit masculine. You don't need to get it. What are you talking about? You're not going to get it, and you're not going to get a man like me either. I don't have to explain nothing to you. I don't want another man in my home, whether it's a male presenting female or another man. And nothing you do is going to change that. Now, why don't you go find a weaker man? I'm sorry. Why don't you go find a man that can deal with you being the way that you are and leave us alone? Why don't you do that? Why don't you stop watching us, wishing that we would submit to you to allow your masculine ass to ruin my life? I'm not going to get along with another dude. I don't even have dude friends like that. So all we're going to do is bicker, right? And I don't bicker. So the minute you start acting masculine like my ex-wife, you're out of there. You're gone. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going to bicker with you. Now, all that time you put into whatever is then walk right out the life. I ain't going to argue. I ain't going to explain. Listen, if I say a couple times to you, you're too masculine, you do too much of this. If you don't want to change that up, we're going to be like, well, do you understand why I'm masculine? Do you understand the world we live in and the black woman out here? And stop. Hush. You don't go through no more than the black man. You're talking social media talking points. But in real life, we all know the black man suffers the most. The black man has the hardest. We get the least support. So for you to come around me talking about how much you suffer as a black woman, you're talking white supremacy talking points. You sound crazy. You done lost your mind. You done victimized yourself into thinking that you're the greatest victim in the world, forgetting that you're speaking to the black man who they can't get enough of trying to victimize in this country. Can't get enough of. They let y'all have passes, but they don't give us any kind of support for school, loans, or anything. We really have to work for it. Not unless we get part of the LGBT, but like a, traditional man, hang it up. Hang it up, black man. You get no support. Then your women look down on you. Like, why are you not? Because we don't get no loans in Section 8 like you, while you get to sit there and judge me, and I'm paying for the food that you're, what I'm saying, putting on your kids' plate and whatever man you're messing with. Stop it. We get no kind of nothing like that. And then you'll try to sit here and have the victim Olympics with us. That's how I know that you're full of shit and you're crazy. You're full of shit and you're crazy. Some of y'all also, just get it out there, you're on this woman, I am queen, I am goddess. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Make me a sandwich. I don't want to hear none of that. Your queen and goddessness is not going to stop anyone from breaking in my home, stealing anything from us, or while we're out and about, making sure that you look terrifying and strong enough to not approach. So none of that shit makes any sense. It's, once again, an extremely GMO masculine woman. I don't know how you got there, whether it was the way you was raised or all the semen you've taken that's taken over your mind, but you seem to think that you hiding behind being masculine, which is outside of your feminine frame, meaning it's easier for you to act masculine than to be a real woman that's in her femininity. The same way it's easier for a man to be in his femininity and be a punk than for him to stand up and do what he's supposed to do as a man in his masculine frame at all times. So you basking your masculine frame where there's no way you can be held accountable for your actions because no man can put his hands on you. But you can't get in your feminine frame and be that kind of way. So you're held accountable as a woman by other women and men in a feminine type of way. No, we're not dealing with that stuff. You're the kind of females that'll fart around a dude. You're the kind of females that'll skip a day in washing, right? You're the kind of females that says it has a slight smell and it's supposed to. You're those type of females. I don't want nothing to do with you, and men like me don't want nothing to do with you. Now, if you need to go make some content and tell us how the box is supposed to have a stench to it, keep telling on yourself. You don't tell me what I know. I've been with too many women where it smells and tastes like water. You don't get to tell me that it has to have a this or that. The guys that agree with you, we know the kind of females they're used to getting. And by you having a problem with it, shows the kind of female you are. And you're letting us know that it stinks. Okay? Stop making that stupid stuff. Every time y'all get triggered, you run to your channels. It's supposed to have a shut up. They don't work on nobody. Men like me don't want to see that stupid ass shit. We don't listen to that stuff. Get online every time you hear something you don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got to like single mothers. There's plenty of men out there that love single mothers. There's plenty of panders, There's plenty of hotep dudes. There's plenty of liberal dudes. But no, you got to complain about the traditional man, the masculine man that don't want that. You showing us who you like. I like a medium ugly dude. Then get one and shut the hell up. Why do you feel the need to tell us? Because you're trying to gaslight us. You're trying to make us feel some type. We don't care. Stop talking. Like, yo, if you really trying to get stop talking. I'm serious, man. Y'all keep getting online and you got to make a decision. Are you online for your sisterhood or are you online to get a man? Or build a business and have the opportunity to get a man? I'm sorry. Because y'all pandering to your sisterhood, waving your weaves, and, you know, for y'all don't have weaves, white girls doing the same dumb shit. You know, pandering to the sisterhood, saying crazy, cryptic things and shading men, and then wonder why you can't get one. We're not dumb cavemen. No, we can see what you're doing. I don't want to be miserable. Why would I get a woman that thinks it's okay to occasionally or weekly drop her perspective about what men need to do? And that's completely outside of her frame as a woman in the household. That's not her place. So she thinks it's okay to drop her perspectives about what men need to work on and then still think she's going to get a man. And then when she doesn't, she says, oh, men don't want a woman with an opinion. No, we don't want an argumentative devil's advocate. We don't want to sit here. What are all these opinions you have about men and what men need to do? Why in the world can't you keep some of that stuff to yourself and find something positive to talk about? You got to make a decision. Are the views and other women saying, you so smart, you so brave, give it to them, you know, speak, sis, queen? Or do you want to be able to put up content that's respectable and that men like me would be like, okay, I can learn something from some of that. I can see you're not going to get what you want. I just want to put that out there real quick because I'm out here dating and there's a lot of these masculine women coming my way, man. And I'm trying to figure out what have I done wrong? When did I start looking so soft? Like, what have I done wrong, ladies, to where I look so soft that you think as a masculine woman that you have an opportunity with an actual masculine man? Like, what did I do wrong? You think you're going to come over here with all your opinions and perspectives and nonsense? Right? If your opinions and your perspectives matter, you be ruling something and you be married with children in wedlock. Nobody want to hear all that shit, but other women. So don't listen. I don't care what your falling size is or how pretty you think you are. If you're still single, you're single for a reason. Get online. I'm telling you, I want you to run to your dumbass channels right after this. Get online and talk about how no, you're valuable. You are not valuable unless someone out there is taking you off the market with a ring and it's somebody you find attractive and you would spend the rest of your life with. Otherwise, you're just another single woman out here with a bigger ego than the woman I can get at the grocery store with less bodies, less mileage, and less mouth. Just going to be real. Just going to be real. And I'm only doing this because I'm tired of getting hit up by these masculine content creators, man. Like, what did I do wrong for you to even hit me up? Like, don't come over here liking my video. I'm not interested in masculine women. And that goes for you spiritual chicks, too, that are super masculine. Okay? I'm not interested in you. How do I know I'm masculine? You talk too much. You talk too much. If you're making videos telling your perspective of all this divine masculine, divine feminine, what the roles are, if you get no line, don't hit me up. I'm not interested. You keep certain things to yourself. There's a lot more I want to speak about, but I keep it to myself when I'm dating. Y'all acting like you're not dating. Like, oh, are you dating? Are you even trying to get with anyone? Are you trying to wait until you're too old? Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. It ain't nothing worse than looking at a pretty chick, well-spoken, built her platform up. Definitely a woman I would find attractive. And she's running her mouth too much. Or she's whining about why she don't have a man. You know, these guys out here just don't understand. And these guys out here are just intimidated by a strong woman. Is that what it is? You're asking a dumb question. You're trying to make yourself feel better. You don't have the type of man that you want. And you watch my content. So I might not be the exact model, but close enough. And I'm telling you, get on my nerves. I'm telling you, looking at your content gets on my nerves. I'm tired of you women that are online that make content that try to remind the black man of your role in his life. You wouldn't need to remind no one if you were doing your job. You wouldn't need to tell us what your job is if you were doing it. Okay? Why do you need to drop subliminals in your videos? Why do you keep doing this? You know I can read between lines. Why do you listen? Just stop hitting me up when you're one of these masculine type of women that need to get your dumbass point across. I get it. There's things that I say and that I might do that you don't agree with, but I've gotten to the place where you've come into my energy and I'm still moving forward. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I don't want your advice unless I ask for it. I don't want your recommendations, what you think my spiritual gifts are, what you think I should focus. No, there's plenty of things for you to do in your life. There's plenty of things for you to work on, for you to look and try to find my shortcomings to find a place in my life shows me the kind of woman you are. Focus on yourself. And if I ask you for advice, then you give me your constructive criticisms. Stop watching my content. I'm telling you guys right now. And anyone else listening can think whatever they want to. I'm talking to the ladies. Stop watching my content and then making content to criticize what you've seen. Stop making content to give your perspective of the content that I posted. I will pick up on it and you will go into the trash pile. Trash. Straight trash. I'm not going to let you influence me in any way. And if a woman can't watch a man that she finds attractive without looking for something, putting them on a pedestal, she can look for some kind of discrepancy or inconsistency or something she don't like, that's not the kind of woman that I would ever date or be around. You have plenty of things to do. If you like the man you see, the first thing you shouldn't be doing is trying to pick him apart. You're picking him apart because you don't feel like you qualify for him. And if you don't qualify for him, then what is the conversation about? Are you just making content to make yourself feel better? Listen, have whatever crushing you want to, you know what I'm saying? Secret admirer, whatever. But if you're a content creator or you're a woman that you know that I might possibly find attractive, you never know what's going to happen. You never know how we might run into each other. You never know. It could be even faded. But once I look at your content and I see that you just like running your mouth too, I'm done. I'm out. You're going to be held accountable for the content you post. Ladies, you're going to be held accountable for the content you post. If you're yelling, screaming, cussing, you're going to be held accountable for it. Okay? If you need to drop a video once a week for the views where you're bashing men or shading men, you're doing it for the sisterhood, you will be held accountable. If y'all don't have a man, you're already being held accountable. And complaining about it ain't going to change nothing. Period, point blank. That's it. That's all. That's all I have to say. I got it off my chest. Do not hit me up if you are a combative woman. Don't hit me up if you always got something to say about men. If you always got something, no, I don't want to hear it. If you're one of these people whose job is to get online and just stream for hours while you're cooking in your kitchen or whatever, folding laundry, and you're just babbling, and you're just running your mouth about your perspective on dating, you will never get a man like me. You will never get a man like me. Talk too much. And I say that respectfully, but you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. You don't hold water. You'll go run to the internet about every little discrepancy. You'll run to the internet. No, you can't hold water. You talk too much. You mean to tell me you can't find nothing else to talk about on the internet? It always got to revolve around dating and men and women and dating. You talk too much. You have no hobbies. You have no life. You'll talk about you have a life and hobbies. Like, go to the gym. That's just maintenance. It's not a hobby. I go to the gym and I do calisthenics and I train at my house. Got a punching bag and everything. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means nothing. It's my job to train. It's my job to be physically fit, action ready. What you talking about? So how is that a hobby? That's maintenance. What do you do? What do you do in your free time? Right? When was your last relationship? How long did it last? What did you break up for? Right? If I talk to him, what did he say about you? Little stuff like this, like weird stuff like y'all don't even be thinking about. You keep thinking that your clout, your TikTok filter, bold glamour filter, and your money, right, is going to compensate for personality. You're moving like men. Don't that sound like a man and what he would do? You're moving like men. So, do whatever you want to do. Again, I'm all about in person. Like women in real life, especially black women, they don't watch my content. So what I get from them is what they would do and how they would react to a black man that they find attractive. You know what I'm saying? Out and about, without any preconceived notions or any kind of idea as to what kind of person I am based off my content. No, just straight, oh, he's attractive. I'm smiling at him. Hey, she's attractive. I'm smiling at her. I'm waving. What's going on, queen? What's going on? We good. Online, you get to pick me apart. You get to use social media as a weapon. You get to throw shade behind videos where you're trying to make it seem like you're giving your audience advice, right? But it's really you watched some guy that pissed you off say something you didn't want to hear, or maybe some guy in your real life. But I can see this. Most guys can't. They don't pay you much attention. I pay y'all very much so close attention, especially after my ex-wife. I ain't got the room or the bandwidth to let some woman slide by like that again. Y'all can be real sneaky. Not no more, though. You're sneaky, but I'm sneakier. It's just when I don't pay you much attention because I ain't thinking that women move like that. Now that I know y'all move like that, now I treat y'all just like dudes. You're just as sneaky, if not more sneaky. I'm going to watch what you say and the words you choose to use, right? I'm going to watch the kind of content that you're posting. Thirst traps. You see dudes going to the gym, so now you posting up gym videos. I don't care about you going to the gym. I'm going to say it again. I don't care about it. I want to know how you're treating the people around you. How are you treating the people that you don't need? What are you talking about every day? Do you speed talk? My main number one pet peeve. If you have ADHD or whatever the hell that is, go get it taken care of. But speed talkers irk my soul. Why are you talking fast if you're thinking about what you're saying or you thought about it? Why are you running your mouth like you're reading the script off real quick before you forget? That's low IQ behavior. That's someone that's trying to get whatever train of thought that she had off her mind as quickly as possible. That is not having any kind of real intelligence or real thought behind what you're doing. You're just an idiot trying to remember what you memorized to regurgitate it properly. You ever heard one of these speed talkers? They'll blah, 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 blah. Shut up, slow down, calm down, breathe. So, I mean, I'm just mentioning some stuff. You're not a used car salesman. You're not a lawyer, okay? You're not a lawyer. Now, if you're a lawyer and you're a woman, by all means, lawyers get passes for me. I love lawyers. But, but if you're anything else and you're speed talking, you're just an influencer and you're speed talking, what are you trying to sell me? Why are you trying to fool me? Why do you feel like you need to talk fast? Do you think that's a sign of intelligence? Oh, So you think saying a bunch of words mean that you said something? Oh, Well, if you don't know about intelligence, the fewer the words you say, that actually kind of, would appear like you're more intelligent than somebody saying a whole bunch of nonsense to get the same point across. Just putting it out there. So let's sum it up. If you're a single woman and you think that you're this or you're that, and your following's telling you you're just and that, and your female friends are telling you you're this and you're that, if a guy that you find attractive, that you would not only, want to be with, but follow his guidance, see yourself with for a long period of time, maybe having a kid or two that looks like him, that ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? That ain't going to work. You're going to have to rethink how you're moving. All these things I said are things that we don't find attractive. Find something else to do. We're glad that you go to the gym, but if you're not doing it for views, men don't care about that, man. We want you to be healthy. Now, some guys do. Some gym guys watch my content. You know what I'm saying? That's them. Some of these gym guys like bulky women, like really bulky, muscular, like demon back type stuff. where you just back shredded and all. I ain't one of them. I ain't got a down low bone in my body. I ain't one of them. If you got all that muscle, keep it trucking. Nothing against you, but that's not what I consider a feminine body frame. And you can get as mad as you want. You know, doggone well, you let your obsession for the gym go a little bit too far if you're looking to attract all men. Once you get to a certain level of bulk as a woman, you're only going to be attracted to certain men. Take that group of men that's attracted to you and move on. A guy like me, I'm not into it, bro. I told you before, and it's not your fault. Maybe you're really receptive and you're the kind of woman that just takes to the gym and you get really ripped really easily. I don't want to see that. I told you, I like the kind of woman that can go to the gym all day and see no definition on her. Just small waist, you know what I'm saying? Thighs. I don't need to see no. I want a soft woman. I don't want somebody that's hard. What the hell? I want no chick as ripped as me or more. What the hell? What the hell? Why would that even be a thing? Like, why would you think I'd want that? So for you gym chicks that hit me up, man, like, listen, if you don't feel like a regular, normal woman and you're super ripped and you got veins running everywhere, and I'm not one of those dudes. I don't have no fantasy or fetish for anything male natured. I like soft, you know what I mean? Feminine, curvy. You know, don't come over here with that stuff, man. You know, and again, ain't nothing against y'all. It's just my preference. Because honestly, I think if you go to the gym and you do too much with anything, you're addicted. And I don't need no junkie around me. I like a woman that can moderate herself. You're going to the gym overly excessive, you're a junkie. And unless you're doing shows or whatever, you're doing it for no reason. So instead of you going to a therapist and doing what you need to, you're using the gym as therapy, but you're not a dude. You're not a dude. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see the correlation there, and I don't want nothing to do with it. There's, to me, it's some kind of psychological issue with that. Nothing against it. The dudes that go to the gym a lot, you know, like I got a little of a gym addiction. I can admit it. I can admit it though. You won't admit it. You just make it seem like it's normal to be bulky like that, or you know, whatever. And I don't want that. I want a realist. I want someone that knows what she's doing, knows why she's really living, and is willing to accept it. You know what I mean? I want a woman that goes and works out, but I could be with a woman that doesn't. But I'll be with one. I just don't want no bulky ass chick. Period. Point blank. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Don't take offense to it. Okay, so I think I covered everything. We covered race in America. We've covered rage bait, hate bait, fatigue. You know, I covered what black women, you know, need to work on, and black people need to work on as far as the ego and not giving credit where credit is due, right? And then we covered topics as far as what I find. I'm dating right now. I have built the ultimate schedule. There'll be a lot more content coming you guys' way. Listen, it was rough on me over summer, guys. You're a single parent. You got to make a decision where you want to be a good content creator or a good parent sometimes. Like, you can't do both. So, it was during the summer. I had to give that time to my kids. So, it's going to be on. And I've allotted and made time. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, love? Oh, time no see. I just like to be real and honest, and that way, you know, I love for women to know who I am. I don't like to fool y'all. I don't want to be fooled. So if you see me and you can't be friends with me or network with me or want to date me, then it's like, he too big of a fool. I can't. And you get to see that, right? You don't have to worry about, is this guy going to be crying? You get to see exactly who I am up front. If I'm too much for you, you get to decide to keep it trucking. If if I can make you laugh or whatever, you probably part of my tribe. You can just stick around. I appreciate that. That right there is a great compliment. And I know people want to say it. That's why I like what you said. All right. They want to say it. They want to say it, but they can't because they're worried about how they're going to be perceived. But I'm glad that people are starting to kind of like speak their minds a little bit more. And I want women to know the kind of woman I prefer. And I just like a feminine woman. Like, I really don't ask for much from y'all. You ain't gotta be a huge gym rat. You ain't gotta go back to school. You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Just be nice. Like, just be nice. Treat me with respect. Don't throw any shade. Don't throw any quick, slick little comments or whatever and call it like playing. Nah, you testing me. You know, just stuff like that. That's all. And keeping it honest. Dating right now, got the time to date. And I'm also trying to network again, you know, building friendships. You know, they're rocking with me since the beginning. Oh, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You've been rocking with me since I was a fitness channel. You remember those days? Remember Lex and the Warback fitness channel? Yeah. I don't know what's going on. You guys let me know if you can hear me or not. But yeah, back in the fitness days, Lex and the Warvet, man. But listen, you guys, I appreciate y'all. Just trying to keep it as honest as possible. A lot of women be wondering what guys like, you know, me are thinking, and I know I keep it really quiet all the time because I'm really observant. Like whenever I'm not online, I just like do this thing where I'm able to kind of observe social media from a bird's eye view. I scroll through a certain kind of way, pop up. So I just kind of like get a good glimpse to what's going on, and then I pop online and kind of get my perspective, like you know what's going on, and like just from what I hear. And the women that are interested in guys like me, or the people that are interested in networking with people like me, I'm just a very honest person, and I just want people to be as honest as possible with me and straightforward. I'm not trying to swindle you, shiest you. I'm not trying to play any games. I treat people with respect. But if you move around me in a shady, sneaky way, I'm not going to let you get away with an inch of that. I'm going to call you out immediately. Immediately. Oh, you can hear me again? I don't know what it was. Maybe it's because I'm moving around my house. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I'm moving around in my house. So maybe that's what it is. But I was just saying that I'm trying to be as honest as possible, you know, and I don't like to snake anyone, be shady to anybody, you have any kind of malicious intent or sneaky intent. And I just want that around me. So I feel like if I speak enough about it, then, you know, people will be drawn to me that want to network without being some shisty swindler or scammer or charlatan, right? It'll be somebody that knows, okay, he's serious about business. You know, he's serious about networking. You know, I'll go that way. Otherwise, stay away from me. And the women that are interested in dating me, I'm not doing the cat and mouse. I don't chase anybody. That's just the way that it is. Don't take no offense to it, but I'm just not going to chase you. I don't care how good you look. I don't care how many videos you like on my TikTok. I'm not going to chase you. I am not going to DM you. I am not going to go out of my way to DM any celebrity, any influencer, any content creator, period, point blank. Okay. I'm a man of virtue. I'm a man of morals and values, and I'm a man of my word. If I tell you I will not approach women, that means I am not going to approach any. Period, point blank, no special, nothing. Okay? That's the way it is. If that bothers you, it's supposed to. I'm not the man for you. Okay? If that is something that you can't do, again, go ahead and stop fantasizing about what we would be and da 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 and move on, because I would never approach you. Get online and say the things or whatever you need to make yourselves feel better. But I am never approaching anyone. If you want to do business with me, reach out to me. I will be very respectful. I'm not going to reach out to you. I don't care what you're doing. And it's not that I'm trying to be ignorant. I'm busy creating. I don't have time to be checking out who's above me and what they're doing. So if you're above me, you have more time on your hands. I'd advise you to use that time and reach out to somebody. Okay? Whatever you're doing on social media, it doesn't mean nothing to me. Remember, I'm an Army combat veteran. Okay? On top of that, I've worked for the White House, also an engineer. I don't care what you've done online. I'm very much so a professional. Okay? You're going to approach me with this business professional mindset. Not, I'm a content creator with more subscribers than you. You take a knee. No, you're a businessman and a businesswoman, and I'm a businessman. Let's talk business or get out of my face. This ain't a popularity contest. I'm a Leo. I'm about my money and my bread. Are we talking money? Are we talking about making money? Are we talking about how you think that your cloud is above mine? Go on somewhere with that. Go on somewhere with that. Okay? The reality of the situation is, if you're watching me, then you see a business opportunity in me. I don't watch anybody else. Not consistent, not more than once or twice. I don't do none of that. I don't have any favorites that I go and watch every single day or every single week. I don't have none. I am my favorite. Oh, you're Leo. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. The only way you could deal with me is if you was a Leo. I knew it. I knew it. I'm just saying, you know. But yeah, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it honest with you. Okay, straight up honest with you. That's the way it has to be. Like, it's a new age, and subscriber count don't mean nothing to people no more. Plus, people want authentic, real people. Y'all can tell there's a new wave of influence going on, and if y'all want to get a part of that, you can. But I'm not one of the people to play a fool or desperate for money to take a knee, to reach out to bigger content creators, to do any of that stuff, to jump in your comment section in your videos, any of that stuff. And it's not ego. And if you think it's ego, that's fine. I'm allowed to have ego. I'm a 2-time Army combat veteran. I worked for the White House, and I became an engineer without a degree. And most importantly, I was able to get away from a narcissistic ex-wife without paying any money. I'm a winner. You know what I'm saying? I'm a winner, and I got one hell of a story. So, you know, you guys can do what you need to do to monopolize on that and get in while you can. But I have all kind of ways to make money. I have a story. I'm well spoken. I'm charismatic. You know, I'm a TV show or movie face card level. So I don't know why you people would think I would need you. And I'm not even trying to be smooth, slick, you know, sassy or mean, but I'm just stating facts. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I see other celebrities and I see myself on their level. I see myself as them on their level without a shadow of a doubt. None of them speak any slicker than me. None of them are really funnier than me. None of them are really smarter than me. And none of them have that relentless spirit more so than I do. So I know what I am, whether it reflects that in the 3D or not. I'm already there in the 5D. So you need to approach me as such. If you don't, you will get talked to like I'm a bigger celebrity than you. And then guess what you're going to do? Who are you talking to? You. What you going to do about it besides sue me? You ain't going to put your hands on me with your Michelin man body ass. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to do nothing physically. So what? And that's just the way that I roll. That's just the way that I roll. I'll make sure you never work here. God will take care of it. I ain't worried about you. I ain't worried about you. And I record all conversations. I screenshot everything. Hence the reason why I got that screenshot of Anton Daniels from 2023 running his mouth too much in my DMs. Right? I'm not one to be played with. Don't come over here playing around. Period, point blank. You want to do business? Let's do business. Otherwise, stay out of my face. You people just got on the internet. You just started doing something for other people. I have been serving other people since I was in high school, working 2 jobs, and then signed up for the military at 16. Right? Left for the military at 17. Been serving people legitly since I was 17 years old. You people have done nothing for other people. That's why you're selfish. Okay? That's why you move the way that you move. That's why you're not humble. You know, you ain't never really seen nothing either. That's the reason why your ego is the way it is. Trust me, if you've seen anything or had to do some things, you'd be as humble as I am, and you move the way that I do. But anyway, I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. You know, go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. I'll probably delete this off of my Wolf channel because I'm trying to go in a different direction over there. So y'all that are watching me on the Wolf, this replay will be available on the other 3 channels, but that channel, I got that link to my TikTok, and that attractive stuff is going on there, and I don't want to mess it up. So I will delete this right after I go live, but I wanted to make sure that all 4 of my YouTube channels had an opportunity to hear it, and it was going to go live for a while. What else? I'm going to go live here in a little bit after I get some food for my kid. It's about lunchtime, or no, yeah. So I'm going to take care of that, and then I'll be getting on TikTok and going live later on today. So if you guys are watching me on my TikTok channel, King Dave the Chosen, real one, I will be going live on there for the first time today, and probably from this day forward. Okay, and I'm still going live on my old TikTok channel, King Dave the Chosen. All right, but mainly on the new one. We're moving with this new energy. I appreciate y'all for sticking with me through this live stream. And even though I didn't get on here like I normally would, completely together, just got through working out before I went live, the message still got across. I appreciate y'all for listening once again. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're not already. We're getting there. You know, I'm still cussing a little bit, but we're getting there slowly but for surely. Remember, y'all, Rome was not built in a day. Okay? Absolutely. Make sure that if you guys are into fitness, you know, make sure you subscribe. You know, to my friend. You know, he has definitely been holding it down for a while. You still do fitness? You still do fitness over there, or are you more of a commentary kind of man? Either way it goes, make sure you subscribe. He is a great influence, very positive, and has been able to rock with me since I first started on social media 2 years ago. So if you guys didn't know, back then I was hell on wheels, man. I was crashing out all the time. You know what I'm saying? Right after the divorce, yeah, I was wild. I appreciate all of y'all that kept me through that, man. Rough. It was rough, y'all. You remember them days? I built my name up doing that, though. Like, while I was getting on here, it was rough. I'm a completely different person now. Want to do it? Hey, look, you gotta heal. You know what I'm saying? You gotta heal. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. You know, y'all have a great day at work. Don't work too hard. And I'll be back on here a little bit later.
In this game, you gotta have that